Oh, I need to take my seat off.
What would you say we're doing today?
I would say we're going off-roading.
I don't...
We're not? I thought we were going off-roading.
Doesn't really look like we're going off-roading.
I would say it's the best day of all, better than Christmas, Raptor Lining Day. It is July in Texas, which means it is 100 million billion degrees out here in my garage, which means it's sun's out, guns out time, which means it's time to do some more Polaris work because we need to do like welding, so we'll burn ourselves and get even more hot. She is a little disassembled because I've been doing some body work, and by body work I mean using this really sketchy, cheap Amazon plastic welding kit to essentially staple together the cracked plastic with these like melty staple things. I really did not expect it to work, but yeah, it is working really, really well. So I think this is going to be the approach to fix some of the body panels. This is a little too crunched up, I would say, for plastic stapler welding nonsense. So I need to do something else here, and I'm thinking I'm going to reinforce this whole thing with steel, make myself essentially some nice rock rails. I have lots of accessories, maybe too many accessories that have shown up. I really, you know, went all out on buying only the finest for the Polaris. But I need to figure out a way to mount some lights, mount a winch, mount a spare tire, mount some other goodies. Yeah, let's just get to work accessorizing and get this bad boy ready for paint. Look how nicely this fits.
It's almost perfect.
Tomorrow, we are finally painting the Polarises, which I'm not going to show you the Polaris because I've done a lot of work to it to get it ready for paint. And Steven hasn't seen the accessorization that I've been doing. So he's here to pick up the Polaris because we're painting them at his house. So let's see what he thinks of the accessories-ization. Oh yes! Do you think that'll adequately hold the spare tire?
It'll hold the spare tire and probably like another side-by-side.
We can only hope. The new bumper. I mean, if you want to rear end this,
Yeah, so we are getting these ready to Raptor line. It's similar to the way you do a car, like back when we did Sarah. So we are scuffing up all the body panels that we want to Raptor line, so the Raptor liner can make a, you know, grip or adhere itself properly, whatever. Alan's using Scotch-Brite pads. I used 150 grit sandpaper on mine because it's not a car and it's going to be kind of rough and I don't really care. If you're doing a car, you'd want something more like 600 or 400 grit, but this should be good for what we're doing today. We're also, you know, starting to tape things up here, whatever you don't want Raptor lined, tape it off. Alan's not taping off anything because he's doing the whole thing.
now, do we just paint directly over these warning labels, or do we peel them off and then paint?
Oh, well, I peeled mine off, but yours are already on, so.
Yeah, those are getting painted.
What about your key? Does the key stay on?
See, if we ever actually take the key out, I'm gonna lose it. It can't be detached. This is the way it came from the auction house.
Yeah, so we're gonna finish getting these ready and then we'll be back up with you when it's time to get your Raptor lining.
This one screw holds the whole operation together. I did a mild bit of bodywork, so oh, that's stripped out.
You washing? Yeah. You want some more? Yeah. Okay. Child labor.
Okay, up here.
Yeah, clean it up.
I am a professional in my field, but my field is not using two-part epoxy.
Brought a paper towel.
Oh, thank you. Just apply that directly to the pile.
All right, so we've got everything taped off. We need to get this stuff out of here. We decided that we're gonna do one at a time. I don't remember, are you eating it? We're gonna do one at a time just to make things easier with the space we have. That'll also give us time to tape the other one off while this one's drying, because we're gonna be doing multiple coats because we're doing multiple colors. So there's gonna be some dry time in there. You ready to see what colors we got?
I'm just glad it's a cool day that we chose to do this on.
It's supposed to be 100 degrees today, so this stuff's gonna dry in like 3 minutes. It should be good.
Because we've got 2 of them to do.
Yep.
So we planned it that way.
It's gonna be a long day. So we have got the standard black here. We have, I don't know, a ton of it, like 8
to 10 quarts or more.
Yeah, 8 quarts of black.
However much we have, it's not going to be enough. We're going to make a run to the store in about an hour.
Probably. We also got the tintable stuff because we're going to be doing some color here. So we have a few colors to choose from. So originally I was going to do mine in black and lime green, and then we did Ceratera, and I thought the orange was a little loud. So I think I'm going to abandon the green today potentially. And we have this nice, what is this, sand brown. It's the lighter tan color from Camo, which now it's kind of looking great because it's been sitting in my garage for a few months. So I'm going to shake that up.
And then I actually reached out to U-Pol, the company that makes this, and they sent me a color palette of all the different colors. And then I went online and ordered one that wasn't on the color palette, blood red. Doesn't sound aggressive at all.
Yeah, so the way we're going to do this, I think we're going to do it the same way we did Ceratera because that worked out well. We're going to spray the color without masking off where it goes, just to get the color down. Then we'll mask over the color where we don't want black. That way we're only having to mask once, and then we'll spray the black.
Also, are we using this adhesion promoter?
Oh yeah. So there is adhesion promoter. You're supposed to use it whenever you're putting Raptor liner on plastic. And so we already scuffed ours up pretty good most of the places, but like the small parts where we couldn't get or we're too lazy to get, we're going to spray a little bit of adhesion promoter so make sure it sticks. And
Steven has done an entire exterior before. I've only done like a bumper and some rock rails, so I'm gonna trust your skill here.
I'm not that great at it actually.
He's phenomenal.
No, the secret to it though, I think we've discovered is multiple coat Ceratera. We only did 1 coat because we ran out. So we got enough today to make sure we're going to be able to do multiple coats and get a nice texture. And we're going to spray it 50 psi because why not?
It's pretty scientific around here. Out of all the things that we have applied Raptor liner to, this is the very first time it's actually going in a truck bed.
And that is a wrap on one. It came out really good, like way better than anything I think we've done so far, with the exception of Alan's Jeep rock rails and stuff. Those came out really good too, but this came out really nice. I think our technique is getting better. So we're gonna unmask this, move it out of the way, and on to number 2. What did you do, Alan?
Well, I put my speedometer in a place that would be safe, but I didn't put any tape over it. Huh.
Well, it didn't work anyways, right?
Yeah, I mean, the forward, reverse, neutral, like high, low, all that stuff worked. Everything but the speed.
Wait just 1 second, okay?
All the way in the back. Reserved for special occasions when you fail. No!
It's hot out here. You should drink something.
Well,
What did you do?
I failed at something. And
What
now
did
I'm
you
gonna
learn?
I learned to not get all gung-ho with the Raptor liner. But, you know, red's a good look on the speedometer, and I get to enjoy this frosty Mr. Brown's pickle beer.
How's that one compared to Best Made?
This actually tastes better than Best Made.
Really?
This actually tastes like beer.
Wow.
This is not that bad. You should go grab one and try it.
Thanks, Brad. They're better than the ones we had.
Actually, this isn't horrible. I can enjoy. Maybe it's the heat, the delirium, the sadness and anger over my failure, but it's not too bad.
In Alan's defense, we both looked this over twice to make sure everything was taped off, and neither of us saw that.
Yeah, go get your pickle beer.
Ooh, just enough.
Straight around the rocks.
At this point, it's so hot, I might just take you up on that.
Remember, cross-thread your paint. Everyone talks about racing stripes adding horsepower. We're about to see the actual application of horsepower.
So, if you're gonna do this, say don't do it on a 100-degree day. Like, this is brutal.
Or we should have waited until your wife was out of town. We could have done it in the living room.
Or that. But it came out really good, though. Like, all this stuff, like, I think the key we figured out to Raptor Liner is just more coats. Like, on Ceratoria, I think I may have already said we only did one coat, and it came out okay. But these each have at least 3 or 4 coats, and they're looking spectacular, I would say.
And the good thing, which I learned, is the color, you have to mix it. With black stuff, you can get a spray can at an auto parts store. So if I have to touch up any black, spray can. Not the whole air compressor, mixing stuff, taping things off.
Pissing off your neighbors. We got a few stairs today. But yeah, so we're gonna let this dry up, untape it. You'll probably see us put these back together a little bit later, or actually for y'all in just a few seconds. See you then.
Time lapse.
I know she did it too fast.
Bet you didn't even know one right down there, did you?
I didn't. I was just about to say, I don't know where any of these are going.
Little surprise. My Polaris is painted and some reassembly has already begun. The bed's all back together, put the tailgate on, put my little end caps on that so that's nice and finished. Spare tires mounted, this thing is bolted in here. I even got the paint off of my speedometer lens. I thought it might have been trash, but scraped with a razor blade knife and then used a headlight cleaner kit, and it looks better than it looked when I first got it. Right now, I have to figure out how to mount the winch inside the bumper. This is a bumper off of Steven's Polaris, modified to fit my Polaris, and there's no real good winch mounting area. My winch did come with this plate, but the only place I can bolt it is this little support right down in here, which isn't that beefy. So I think I'm gonna use some spare steel and weld something up to, I don't know, make it not pull off when I have to use it. So I have a little bit of accessorizing left to do, installing the controller and switches for the winch, same thing with the switches for the lights, and a couple other little surprises that I think are really gonna, you know, put my Polaris over the top. But she is looking really good compared to the way she came home from the auction house. Yeah, this is gonna look good. I'm thinking maybe like leopard print on the seats. I ran into a drawer.
There you have it. We are all assembled again and ready to hit the trail. For mine, I think this might be it. Like this might be all the mods I'm gonna do. I do have a couple accessories I might throw on it, like mount a jack and a shovel, that sort of stuff, but that's just small stuff. Sounds like Alan, though, he has a number of things that'll still be done to his, so stay tuned for that. And we will be hitting the trails again at some point, so you don't want to miss that. Don't forget about those likes, subscribe, hateful comments, you know, whatever. And until next time, just remember, if you're gonna Raptor line in your driveway, you probably want to close your garage door. Because if you don't, you get overspray all over your cars. Like all over, front, back, inside it. It was ridiculous. I did like all the clay barring, like all the clay bars.